Hello, this is a review of the draft Woodinville City Budget 2023-2024 with a focus on park spending. Looking at the park spending, the city has a number of items here in green that are park related. All the carryovers continue. What's interesting is also the East Rail Phase 1 rail and tie removal. This is actually cleaning up that railroad. It's a closed railroad at this point. The city hopes to be in the position to start pulling out those rails and grading the land. That project is scheduled for this biennium. The interesting one is the second to bottom study of improvements for East Rail Corridor. Notice that it's a $1.6 million spend for a study. So nothing will come to the citizens. Citizens will see no value from that in this biennium. Compare that to wood trails. Hiking trails is the most asked for type of park in the city. Every time the citizens are surveyed, hiking trails is what people ask for. The last 2 years was spent studying and planning and scoping wood trails. And in fact, an estimate of building 1 mile of trails, they could get to 2 eventually in this land, was $325,000. $325,000 is not a lot of money for a park that's 56 acres and a mile of trails. A little bit later on, this last summer, 2022, there was review, and a number of council members were trying to throw a lot of fear about this, and they asked for a parking study. Parking study came back and said comparisons to other land nearby that has trails showed that there probably is no need for additional parking. But they went ahead and said, add an ADA spot, add a gravel path so that you can have people do on-street parking in the warehouse district. That was still only a $700,000 price tag. And this project, shovel ready, could be built and finished probably in 2 years, is somehow being demoted below doing a study about rail line. Final thought on this. That rail line is about to have a set of townhomes built next to it. As the developer files for permits, they will have to pay what's called a park impact fee. So the moment that developer files their paperwork to start building, the city will receive a big check that can only be spent on parks. So why don't we take the study and fund it from the developer money that's going to come in when they get ready to start building and build what everyone wants, which is the hiking trails. Thank you for listening to this. I wanted to just make a quick call out. Woodinville City Council meets at the City Hall downtown at 7 p.m., usually the first and third Tuesday of the month. They always have public comment at the beginning. They always have public comment at the end. You can sign up for either one of them in person, or you can do it virtually. This is the opportunity for people to talk about what's in this budget and make sure it fits what we want. Please send an email to your council, let them know. Come to the October 18th meeting and be engaged.